The Garden of Eden. This story I think you'll find to be quite simple to learn. The hand gestures will take you through the overall outline of the whole thing. I would recommend with this one though that you get a piece of paper and draw out the storyboard and get it clearly in your mind. I think once you get this in your mind, you'll probably never forget this story. Let's just get right into it. Get your hands up and remember that the hand gestures have to flow from one to the other, and never put your hands down, but keep it flowing. Start with field. Say that with me. Field. And before the plants, so I have plants coming up. There's the field with the plants coming up. The mist over the top. Okay, ready? Field, plants, mist. Then with your hands, just shape the form of a man in the soil. And then Adam was alive. Okay? Field, plants, mist, shape. Adam is alive. Now with your hands up like this right here, you just bring them forward, and this is the garden with lots of trees. And then while your hand's there, you have the river that runs out. I often forget to put the river in, so it's very important to have the gardens with the river that flows out. And then two trees, two special trees, and one is a no-no. Okay, so we have, and Adam was alive. The garden with the river that runs out. Two trees. One is a no-no. Then we have, it's not good. In the creation story, we have God saying, it's good many times. This is the first time he says, it's not good that man is alone. And then at that point right here, when you say, it's not good, you just take this hand out and you bring in all the animals, and Adam numbers each one. See, I keep this finger up from the two trees. It's not good. And then suddenly this becomes Adam, and he names each of the animals. And then he notices male and female, so he looks both ways. For the female, that's for him. So it's not good. Brings in the animals, names them all, looks around. Then a deep sleep comes over Adam, and he sleeps long and hard. Now with your hand still right there, you open up his side and pull out a rib. Let's just back up. We have field, plants, mist, formed the shape of a man. Adam is alive. The garden with all the trees and the river that runs out of the garden. Two trees. One is a no-no. It's not good. Brings in all the animals, names each one. He looks around. Sleep comes, I kind of picture like a blanket coming down on, sleep kind of comes down on him. He sleeps long and hard. God opens up the rib, opens up the side, pulls out a rib, and then right here you have to heal up the flesh. And with this you make a woman. And now, this is what I call the wow moment. But you don't actually say wow. You have the woman and Adam. You just have the expression of wow. But instead of saying wow, he says, this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. Different than probably what I would say, but just, this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She'll be called woman. Now at this point comes what I call a parenthesis. This is where the storyteller stops telling the story and gives a little bit of commentary. So you have This is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She'll be called woman. Now you bring your hands forward. This is the reason why. A man will leave his parents, form a relationship with his wife, and the two of them will become one flesh. Practice that. That right there is probably, there's not any hard part to this whole thing, but this right here probably is is the hardest of all of them. So you have the wow. You have this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. Should be called woman. This is the reason why. A man will leave his parents, form a relationship with his wife, and the two of them become one flesh. Call her Eve. Just kind of point, Eve. Okay, let's go through the entire storyboard. I think you'll find this very easy here. Field, plants, mist. Say it with me. Field, plants, mist. Form the shape of a man. Adam is alive. Garden, the river that runs out. Two trees. One's a no-no. It's not good that man's alone. Bring in the animals. He names each one. Looks around. Sleep. He sleeps long and hard. God opens up his flesh, pulls out a rib and heals it up. With this, he makes a woman. This is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She'll be called a woman. This is the reason why. Man will leave his parents, form a relationship with his wife, and the two of them will become one flesh. Eve. Okay, practice the storyboard. Stumble through the story. Possibly draw it out. Practice giving it in front of some people, and you will enjoy telling this story. And the Lord bless you as you learn more about the beginnings of mankind.